1-4-5 progression is what they call it, and this is pretty much typical for all folk music and blues and whatnot. In Middle Eastern music, it's a similar approach, but as opposed to chords, we take little snippets of melody. So what I just played there might be more like. So the difference between layering notes on top of each other as chords is that we take groups of 3 to 4 notes at a time and create improvisations out of those. So when they say qasam, they're literally saying take pieces of different modes or scales and try to put them together and weave a pattern or a path that you can come back to, which literally is path. It's sayr that you can come back to. And so what happens from that is you create different moods or different modes. For example, something that might sound happy might need to change to melancholy midstream. Then you find your path back to happiness. So this is taqsim. It's truly the nature of music, and it's a way for people to test their knowledge of Eastern music. In India, a very similar thing occurs with rags. Some of you have probably heard of ragas. In Persian music, it's again a similar approach. In fact, most of the world in the East have this approach. We call scales in Arabic maqams. Maqam is our word for it. In Persia they say tasla, and in India they say rags. In fact, a lot of these can be, as opposed to thinking of it in scientific terms, they think of it in emotions or colors. In fact, if you're in Persia, they'll call it a color. Play me this color. And we've adopted a similar approach to the music. So through maqam, we piece together different modalities in order to influence the mood. So sometimes somebody will just pick one maqam, one scale, and just kind of play it for a while until they, thinking abstractly here, until they literally saturate the room with this phrase or with this tonality in order to set a mood. And something that's very popular in all these styles of music is what we call a drone. So this string on top here of the oud is a single string, a bass string, which acts as a drone string. In use, it would be. Back and forth to just make sure to maintain this one note that serves as the bass. Again, this is something that you will find in Indian music and in Persian music. Some certain areas of Central Asia and the Balkans have adopted the maqam system, one of which is actually Turkey. Gary will be talking about that a little bit later on our next presentation when we talk about Turkey. And they even call it a maqam system. They adapted it and actually evolved from it too, adding many more maqams to it. But one's virtuosity is somewhat tested by how well they know the maqams. And there are many to know. The next piece is going to begin with